Today we're lifting the curtain on one of Britain's most iconic television shows, Only Fools and Horses. Who could forget the lovable antics of Del Boy, Rodney, and the rest of the gang from Peckham? Originating on the BBC and first airing in 1981, this comedy masterpiece brought laughs, tears, and memorable catchphrases into millions of homes across the UK. But even classics like Only Fools and Horses aren't without their behind-the-scenes drama. Today we're pulling back the veil to share some of the show's more surprising scandals and hushed-up secrets. Facts vs. UK presents Secrets and Scandals of Only Fools and Horses. A royal flush. One story that can't be overlooked is the episode that nearly tarnished Del Boy's reputation for good. We're talking about the festive special A Royal Flush, which first aired Christmas Day in 1986. It stands out not just for its initial popularity, drawing in an impressive 18 million viewers, but for the whirlwind of controversy that followed as well. The episode follows Rodney Trotter as he crosses paths with the daughter of a duke. As you'd expect, Del Boy steps in to play the role of the helpful older brother, aiming to ensure Rodney makes a lasting impression. But instead of the usual laugh-out-loud antics we had come to expect, the episode took a dark turn. Del Boy, played by David Jason, appears cruel and nasty, particularly towards Rodney. Why did this episode rub people the wrong way? Well, it was so off-brand for Del Boy that even the show's creator, John Sullivan, admitted to hating it. In a Channel 5 documentary from July 2022, Sullivan's strong distaste for the episode was highlighted, noting how it deviated from the show's usual tone by venturing into darker territories. Author Mike Jones offered insights, stating that certain scenes in A Royal Flush might have turned out differently if they had been filmed in a studio setting, allowing David Jason to gauge the audience's reaction and adjust his performance accordingly. But what's more shocking is how the episode almost became a lost relic. In the years following its airing, John Sullivan took steps to almost erase the episode. An original VHS release surfaced in 1998, and it was later issued in DVD format in 2005. But this wasn't the version you might have seen on Christmas Day in '86. The DVD release was heavily edited at Sullivan's request. The darker elements were toned down, audience laughter was added, and a whopping 18 minutes of footage was cut. But the original and edited versions did resurface in a remastered Blu-ray collection, offering fans a glimpse of the episode that almost derailed Del Boy's character. Frightening moments. The showbiz glitz and glamour of Only Fools and Horses sometimes took the cast to exotic locations, but not all adventures were fun and games. One incident involved Sue Holderness, who graced our screens as Marlene Boyce from 1985 to 2003. Holderness recently opened up about a near-death experience she had while filming the show. Picture this, a Christmas special edition that took some of the cast to Miami. The episode included scenes set in the Everglades, a location as beautiful as it is dangerous. Quote, filming in the Everglades was quite frightening because we were short of time. Everybody was pushed for time. Sue admitted in the Channel 5 documentary. Here's where it gets intense. A scene required Del Boy and Rodney to sit on a log, oblivious to an alligator creeping up behind them. The plan was simple. The gator would approach, the Trotter brothers would scramble away, and the reptile would then make a beeline for a bowl of food. Well, Sue, armed with her own video camera, captured the unfolding action, or so she thought. The alligator, instead of stopping at the bowl of food, continued towards the camera. By this time, David Jason and Nicholas Lyndhurst had safely retreated, leaving Sue behind, filming and completely unaware of the approaching danger. Quote, I'd lost the alligator in my camera and it was about 2 feet from me. It was only thanks to Sean, the brave man behind the scenes responsible for the alligator, that a horrific event was averted. Sean leapt under the alligator's tail, seized its jaws shut, and wrapped it up, potentially saving Sue from a grim fate. So the next time you watch Marlene on Only Fools and Horses, remember that acting in the beloved series wasn't just a walk in the park. The cast dedication brought them face-to-face with very real dangers, all in the name of delivering the iconic moments we've come to love. Almost nixed by BBC bosses. Only Fools and Horses almost didn't make the cut at the BBC. When the script first landed on the desks of the network execs, they were less than impressed. The show faced the threat of being canceled after its initial seasons due to poor ratings. Yet by 1985, it had turned into a hit. securing its place as one of the BBC's flagship shows. The network even invested around £3 million in today's money for its first feature-length episode. The boat prank. Before filming a significant episode aboard a 90-foot boat, David Jason pulled a fast one on director Ray Butt. Pretending to be seasick, Jason had the whole crew worried until he burst out laughing, revealing it was all a joke. Sometimes humor isn't just reserved for the screen, but plays out behind the scenes as well. A long day for a short scene. One particular scene involved Del asking a man on an oil rig for directions to Holland. Though it lasted just 30 seconds in the final cut, filming this scene was an all-day affair. The cast had to sail 6 hours to the rig and another 6 hours back. To make the long journey more bearable, the boat was stocked with drinks, turning the trip back into a bit of a party. Royal comedy. While busy filming, the cast also made an appearance at the Royal Variety Show. David Jason was worried about a joke aimed at the royal box, which would have hit the Queen Mother and the Duchess of York in attendance. Despite initial reservations, the joke was a hit, even earning a royal wave from the Queen Mother herself. Fire department on standby. During the filming of the 1989 Christmas special The Jolly Boys Outing, a scene involved blowing up a coach. The setup required extreme caution, and the fire department was on standby to control any unplanned fires. The explosion went off without a hitch, though, but not without some intense moments on set. More tense moments in Miami. When the show took the characters to Miami, the crew faced a serious issue with the local union threatening to shut down production. After tense negotiations, a compromise was reached, allowing filming to continue. Unknown to the crew at the time, one of the local drivers they were forced to hire had a criminal past involving murder and armed robbery. Richard Branson's acting woes. When Richard Branson made a guest appearance, it turned out acting wasn't exactly his strong suit. Multiple retakes were needed, and even Branson's own plane was delayed due to the filming hiccups. The challenge of being Batman and Robin. For the 1996 Christmas special featuring the characters as Batman and Robin, the actors found it hard to keep a straight face. Filmed on a cold November morning, both David Jason and Nicholas Lyndhurst had to go to great lengths to pull off the ridiculous but iconic scene. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory from Only Fools and Horses? Let us know in the comments section below.